afternoon. I'm Zach Jakowski, and I'm the VP and General Manager for Humanoid Robots at Boston Dynamics.
And I'm Aya Durbin. I lead our humanoid application product strategy at Boston Dynamics.
Wow, it's incredible to finally show the robots we've worked so hard on at such a big global stage. How do you feel, Aya?
I feel the same. I'm excited and honored to be here. For the last 30 years, Boston Dynamics has pushed the boundaries of the possible. Hundreds of millions of people from around the world have watched our journey online, captivated by the future coming to life before their eyes. And while the robots are impressive, the truth is that many of us joined the company for a simple reason: to change the world for the better. We believe in the future that we imagined as kids, where robots are partners in our everyday lives, where they're not just impressive feats of engineering, but built to make our lives better and push the world forward. And for the first time in our history, we see a very clear path to that future coming to life.
I've been designing, building, and programming robots for my entire career, and I've never been more excited about what's next than I am right now. We're on the cusp of a transformational shift that will be as impactful as the smartphone. Earlier, you saw a pretty cool dance performance from our Spot robots. Spot was our first product, but the Spots deployed with customers don't have time to dance. Those Spot robots collect data, reduce downtime in industrial facilities, and keep people out of harm's way. Over the past 5 years, we've deployed thousands of Spots to hundreds of customer sites in over 40 different countries. Spot is a serious commercial success. We launched Stretch in 2023 to bring total flexibility to warehouse automation, starting with truck and container unloading. This is a back-breaking task done in sweltering heat and chilling cold. Stretch has now unloaded more than 20 million boxes for our customers. These are real examples of how the robots that we build make workplaces safer and people more productive.
So what's next? Our vision is a humanoid that is general purpose, that can go anywhere, understand its surroundings, and manipulate any object. We're starting in industrial environments first. We're building a tool that can drop into your facility as it exists today, and doesn't just do one job, but is flexible enough to evolve as your business changes. Over the last few years, we have visited hundreds of customer sites, walking the floors with the people who understand their operations best. And we've learned that to bring Atlas from a prototype to a product, it needs to be safe, reliable, and predictable. Atlas needs to be doing the jobs that are repetitive, exhausting, and increasingly difficult to staff. And as we did with Spot and Stretch, we are partnering with the best in the business, and we're learning directly from the people who will use our products most. But to realize this vision, we needed a robot that was built for the rigors of industry.
We've been working on humanoids for more than a decade at Boston Dynamics, always keeping a close watch on when the missing pieces of technology would fall into place to make it truly commercially viable. The rapid advancements in AI over the past few years are the piece that we needed, and that moment is finally here. Now it's time to officially take Atlas out of the lab. So for the first time ever in public, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Atlas to the stage.
As you can see, Atlas really does stand up the way that we show in our videos online. And we get tons of questions about this. Zach, while we have everyone here, do you want to provide a little bit of insight into how we made that decision?
I mean, it's pretty simple. Atlas doesn't have to move like a person does, and we're looking for the most stable, efficient way to get up. And it turns out this is it.
The other question we get all the time is how Atlas is moving. How is Atlas moving today?
So in normal operation, Atlas is fully autonomous on a job site, but today, Sarvesh, one of our FAEs, is piloting Atlas on the stage, giving it really simple instructions like forwards and backwards, just to keep things simple. This is Atlas's first time in public, and as you can see, its walk is pretty natural and pretty smooth. We've partnered with our sister organization, the Robotics and AI Institute, to push the limits on natural walking just for this performance. And I think we've done something really special. We've also been at this robotics thing for a while, and we've learned that there's more to it than just copying nature. We can pick the best parts of what nature has to offer and do better in others. So as you can see, Atlas here has joints that can move 360 degrees. This lets Atlas move even more efficiently than humans, particularly in manufacturing environments where every second counts. We've also designed Atlas's head and face very purposefully. We want folks working with Atlas to know that Atlas is a helpful robot, not a person.
Seeing Atlas live in action for the first time is wildly exciting. But seeing it perform real industrial work is even more compelling. We recently took this robot down to the Hyundai Motor Group Metaplant America to have Atlas test in a real manufacturing facility where we performed autonomous material handling tasks. We proved that humanoids could be viable in a real-world application. And we collected data and learnings that we took back to Boston to make our product even better. If you would like to see what one of those applications looks like, we will be running live demonstrations all week long in the Hyundai Motor Group booth at CES. And that's not all. We have been hard at work on the hardware itself. We are building out the functionality that our customers need in a product deployed at scale. Zach, you want to talk about it?
Of course I do. The version of Atlas that you're seeing here is just a research prototype that we've been using for a couple years to understand the system. But we've been hard at work on making the actual product version of Atlas. I can confidently say that this product version of Atlas is the best and actually simplest robot that we have ever built. But rather than just talk about it, why don't we actually show you what it's going to look like? Now, obviously, this is a static display robot. We just couldn't pry the actual production samples out of our engineers' hands at the lab this week. So we're going to be showing you videos of that robot in the coming weeks. This product generation of Atlas surpasses any other enterprise-grade humanoid. This robot has 56 degrees of freedom, mostly with fully rotational joints, and it has human-scale hands with tactile sensing in the fingers and palms for dexterous manipulation. Atlas's 360-degree cameras see in all directions, so it understands when people are approaching, which is part of our holistic safety concept. Atlas is also strong. It can lift up to 110 pounds and reach up to 7.5 feet in the air. Atlas is also water resistant. In real industrial environments, robots need to undergo washdowns, and it can operate at its full capabilities, including strength between -4 and 104 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to be easy to teach Atlas new tasks. Most can be trained in less than a day. Atlas can perform these tasks at a reliable, consistent pace for about 4 hours using its dual swappable batteries. And when they run low, Atlas navigates back to its charging station and swaps its own batteries, getting right back to work. Finally, Atlas robots share intelligence. Through our Orbit platform, once one Atlas learns a skill, it can be shared with any other Atlas.
These industry-leading specs, along with our industry-leading foundation models, allow Atlas to take on challenging tasks. Tasks that Atlas will do autonomously on its own from day one, assisting people and prioritizing a collaborative, human-centric approach. And as we continue to build out our general-purpose technology, our customers will be able to use our Orbit software to teach Atlas new and specialized skills. Do you want to wrap us up by talking about our production and deployment plans?
Of course. So we've already started production of this new robot at our Boston headquarters, and our entire 2026 supply has already been allocated to Hyundai Motor Group and our new AI partner you'll hear about in a few minutes. We'll add more new customers in 2027. But for now, we're planning additional pilots at Hyundai Motor Group and building a facility that we call the Hyundai Robotics Metaplant Applications Center. This center is the cornerstone of our plan to build the most complete data set in the world to train humanoid skills in manufacturing, creating an engine for deploying tens of thousands of Atlas robots across Hyundai Motor Group facilities worldwide. It's a data factory. Hyundai Motor Group isn't just deploying the Atlas robots either. They are going to build them. Together, we are building a new robotics factory capable of producing 30,000 Atlas robots a year. This is what's truly required to deliver the full promise of humanoids across the industrial, commercial, and home markets.
We are so excited to bring Atlas into the world. Visit the Hyundai Motor Group booth over this week in the Convention Center to see more. And now, to share how Hyundai Motor Group will accelerate Atlas deployment, please welcome Sin-hyun to the stage.
Thank you, Aya and Zach. At Hyundai Motor Group, our purpose in human-centered AI robotics is simple but powerful. We are creating value that advances humanity through physical AI and real-world application. That's why we focus on what works in the field. Robots that make work safer, faster, and more scalable. Technology not for show, but for real, for measurable, positive impact. We take Boston Dynamics' top research and development with our group's production power. Among all robotics players, this collaboration is unique. Here we follow a shared three-step development approach. We are speeding up how our robots learn physical skills. We train them on data from Hyundai Motor Group's factories. Turning data into robot motion requires a central engine. That engine is RaaS'ga, the Robot Meta Plant Application Center in the US. RaaS'ga drives robot experimentation, validation, and training. It anchors our robotics business and trains the robotics workforce. Accelerating physical AI capabilities takes more than a physical hub. It also takes cutting-edge technologies. That is why we partner with cutting-edge global tech leaders. One of these valuable partners is NVIDIA. Their AI infrastructure and development tools help us innovate robots faster, streamline development cycles, and deliver scalable solutions. We are also activating our group value network affiliates and applying their mass production expertise from cars to robotics. Each affiliate plays a distinct role. Hyundai Motor Company and Kia provide manufacturing infrastructure, process control, and production data. Hyundai Mobis works closely with Boston Dynamics to develop high-performance actuators. By combining their expertise, they're helping standardize key components and build a strong global supply chain for the group's robotics platform. Hyundai Globis optimizes logistics and supply chain flow. These are just a few of our affiliates. There are many more across the group. And together, they form our group value network. By combining what each does best, we build a robust end-to-end value chain, one that delivers product quality, flexibility, and excellence. Finally, we are setting a new standard for customer engagement and support based on our group's customer management know-how. And we are extending it onto advanced service platform. One great platform example is our robust asset service. It's a subscription model It lowers entry barriers, reduces upfront costs, and accelerates return on investment. Our robot as a service model is designed to be easy to use and manage. It brings everything together in one service. That includes installation, over-the-air software updates, hardware maintenance, and remote monitoring and control. This lets customers focus on using the robots and achieve greater value with them. And as robots move from the factory into everyday life, this approach will be just as important for people at home, which means robots have to prove themselves in the factory first, then they are allowed to do housework in the home. Others show staged household robot demos. We prove real performance in industrial settings where every move and every result is measured. That's how we build credibility. Proven inside Hyundai Motor Group, expanded to the world. By 2030, we plan to sell 9.8 million vehicles per year. On that scale, Atlas moved from pilot to mass production, rolling out across our global manufacturing network to support our expansion targets. And the demand will go far beyond manufacturing, like logistics, energy, construction, and facility management, where safe, intelligent, scalable robots add real value. Today, Spot and Stretch are already operating at customer sites outside Hyundai Motor Group in numerous use cases. In the future, Atlas will play a core part as we expand across diverse industries with a wide variety of applications. Now, I will hand over to Ung-jae Lee from Manufacturing Solutions. He will show how we will bring this vision to life, from training to deployment to scaling human-centered AI robots globally. Please welcome my dear colleague, Ung-jae Lee.
Thank you, Sinyan. Human-centered AI robotics does indeed require a bold vision, and it takes two bold partners to bring that vision to life. Boston Dynamics has world-class problem solvers. Hyundai Motor Group delivers the power of scale in production, and when the two come together, they create powerful impact, fueled by one of the most precious resources of our time: data. At Hyundai Motor Group, we have a unique advantage. We connect mobility, manufacturing, logistics, and robotics into one integrated loop. This holistic modeling of cross-domain data is changing everything, even factories. We are shifting from hardware-driven plants to software-defined factory, also known as SDF. They run 24/7. They're more flexible, safer, and smarter. Software lets us update, improve, and share intelligence across our global plant network. That is how Hyundai Motor Group will grow a connected SDF system, each learning from the others, each lifting the whole network. Our first SDF, HMGs, is already up and running in Singapore. We'll grow from there, connecting data, people, and technology across every plant in the Hyundai Motor Group. Our SDF roadmap has one goal: achieve the best for our customers. We aim to adapt faster to local demands, raise product quality beyond today's benchmarks, offer better prices through efficiency, and improve employee safety. SDF is also optimized for better collaboration between humans and robots. Across our plants, robots already handle tough, dangerous, repetitive work. Automation delivers clear benefits in the press, body, and paint shops, where it reaches up to 100%. It promotes productivity, strengthens quality, and most importantly, keeps people safe. It's the unique approach of Hyundai Motor Group, human-centered automation. Even in a highly automated era, people remain essential, supervising, guiding, and maintaining robot colleagues, always retaining full control. As automation grows, the human role will become even more important. Robots will take on physical strain, so people can focus on oversight, decision-making, and problem-solving. People will lead through software, using digital twins to test scenarios, adjusting workflow with data-driven precision. But this doesn't happen overnight. The tasks must be trained systematically, safely, and with real-world context. That's the purpose of RaaS'ga, which will be located here in the US. RaaS'ga is where robots learn to work with people. They learn precision, repetition, and safety by mapping human movement into robot learning. Every lead, turn, and recovery motion, all captured as real operational data. No company has more real-world factory data than Hyundai Motor Group because our SDM network is global and well-connected. This data creates better training. Better training creates safer, smarter robots, and smarter robots create better factories for people. Big input, great output. Our roadmap is clear. The RaaS'ga opens this August and creates the basis for future robots. By 2028, the Atlas global rollout begins within our SDF network. Atlas will start to perform high-precision sequencing tasks. By 2030, robots will handle complex assembly. Together, with our robot colleagues, work is safer, lighter, and more meaningful. Because our robots don't compete with humans, they compete for humans. For our safety, efficiency, and well-being. This is Hyundai Motor Group's robotics philosophy. Robots expanding human reach and partnering for human progress. This concludes our look at the manufacturing power of Hyundai Motor Group in AI robotics. To learn how we are advancing this vision, please welcome Boston Dynamics and our new valued partner, Google DeepMind.
Hello, my name is Alberto Rodriguez, and I lead the Atlas behavior team at Boston Dynamics.
And I'm Carolina Parada, and I lead robotics at Google DeepMind.
Well, Carolina, finally we are here, the last session of this presentation, and I'm so excited to finally be able to announce this.
Very excited.
At Boston Dynamics, we've been building humanoids and other mobile robots for more than 2 decades now. And a central focus of our work has always been physical intelligence. So imbuing our robots with the mastery of force and motion that has allowed us to demonstrate incredible athletic feats, as well as deploy them in real-world environments where they work for months at a time without failure. And all that work has led us to here, to today, to the new generation of Atlas, the world's most physically capable humanoid robot. But making Atlas into a product requires more than athletic performance. For humanoids to really deliver on their promise, they have to be able to interact with people naturally. They have to be able to understand and adapt to ever-changing real-world environments, and they have to be able to accomplish real complex dexterous manipulation tasks. And I hope you agree with me that recent advancements in AI have created a clear path to get to those capabilities, which has spurred our commercialization journey for Atlas. And that's why I'm so excited about announcing today our partnership with Google DeepMind's robotics team. This partnership sits at the world's leading intersection of robotics and AI. And we believe it will take us to a new era of human-centered AI robotics. What do you think, Carolina?
Excellent. At Google DeepMind, our mission is to build AI responsibly to benefit humanity. We've always believed in the potential for AI to transform robotics, and we've seen firsthand how robotics can shape the frontier of AI. Robotics brings many different domains of machine learning together, from 3D perception, multimodal understanding, advanced reasoning and planning, and all of this in the physical world. That makes robotics a frontier application of AI, and one that will help us shape how we evolve AI beyond our screens and into the physical world. Over the last couple of years, we've seen remarkable progress on our Gemini and other foundation models that operate across text, images, and video modalities. And at Google DeepMind Robotics, we've been making rapid progress to bring all of Gemini's multimodal world understanding into the physical world by also adding actions as a new modality in Gemini. These models, called Gemini Robotics, bring advanced embodied reasoning and generate actions that can directly control a robot in a way that is general, interactive, and dexterous. But these highly intelligent general-purpose robot brains are most powerful when combined with a highly capable generalist body. And that is what brought us together. Boston Dynamics has defined the leading edge of robotics for decades, and we can't wait to work with them. We want to bring together the remarkable robots and know-how with our advanced AI models to build truly transformative robots. That's our vision for this collaboration with Boston Dynamics. We're looking to integrate our cutting-edge AI foundation models with Boston Dynamics' new Atlas robots. And we'll aim to develop the world's most advanced robot foundation model to fulfill the promise of true general-purpose humanoids.
Exactly. We're going to bring together the deep expertise in robotics and AI from both teams, and we're going to develop next-generation humanoids that combine the world-leading generalization and reasoning capabilities of Gemini with the strength, speed, fluidity, and reliability that characterize Boston Dynamics robots. The DeepMind robotics team has already shown that robots can generalize to new scenarios and that they can perform manipulation tasks just from simple language instructions. And one of the core goals of this partnership is to significantly expand the scope of that generalization to include a much larger set of tasks, complex real-world tasks, like the ones that you'll see Atlas performing this week at our booth at CES.
That's right. Rather than having a set of predefined loaded tasks onto the robot, we think robots should understand the physical world the same way we do. They should be able to learn from their experience. They should be able to generalize to new situations and get better over time. So whether it is to assemble a new car part or to tie your shoelaces, robots should learn the same way we do, from a handful of examples, and then get better very quickly with a little bit of practice.
And building these models is critical, both for reliability and scale, right? Like the ability to easily onboard new tasks or the ability for our robots to improve their performance over time on their own, or to be able to react to any unexpected things that the world puts in front of them are all key to successful large-scale deployments of this technology. Robots, they should be able to onboard new tasks in one day, and they should be able to perform those tasks for hours on end. And we think that Atlas, with its endurance, with its strength, and its unique mobility, gives us an opportunity to even go beyond human performance in many cases. So how do we get there? Well, we're currently building a very large fleet of Atlas robots, and soon we'll start deploying them both in Boston Dynamics offices and in Google DeepMind's labs across the world.
So stay tuned for more information to come. We're very excited about pulling our teams together and getting to work.
Yeah. So that brings us to the end of today's presentation. Today marks an important first step on the path towards AI-enabled humanoids that delivered real-world impact. As robots move from industry to our daily lives, they will have to earn their trust through safety, reliability, and performance. Human-centered AI will make our lives easier and safer, and ultimately more fulfilling. Together with Hyundai Motor Group, with our AI partners, and with all of you, we have the opportunity to shape a future where humanity and robotics, they thrive side by side. Thank you for being here with us today. Please join us on this journey to see what partnering for human progress looks like in action. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Carolina.
Let's get to work.